What's happening, all you lovers and losers? We giving you another quick little exclusive. Just wanted to mess around with the editing software a little bit, and I wanted to go on an in depth about the shit parlays for this week, just to give you a little insight to the thought process and to get my shit off. So Colorado, I was on Colorado last week. Like I said, I didn't put them in the shit parlay because the line had moved so much, but I was on Prime, man. Coaching matters in college especially, and you knew he was gonna have them boys ready to play. So we made a little bit of change on them. This week they playing Nebraska. They went from a 7-point underdog on the look ahead line to -3 favorite or 3-point favorite. I don't know why I keep saying minus. A 3-point favorite. So here's my thing. A lot of the professional guys I listen to, or anybody, any analyst, it was, Deion can't turn it around with all these transfers and everything. Here's the thing you gonna have to learn about sports betting. It's bet with your heart. Know how you feel and stand on that. Now the same guys who were so smart last week to tell you, I heard a lot of TCU was gonna blow them out. The line was too small, defensive line was too small, all that other stuff. Let me tell you right now, college football rankings, college football forecasts, college football preseason polls are some of the worst metrics to gauge your sports investing by. Vegas wins so much money because a lot of people just simply bet on that there's a number ranked ranking next to some teams and not a ranking next to other teams. Once you get to about week 5 or 6, they purposely got games that's gonna trip you up, and it looks like all kind of madness. This top 10 team is losing, this top 10 team is losing, but a lot of those teams should never be in the top 10 in the first place. So in the beginning of the season, you get a lot of teams that shouldn't be ranked in the top 25 based on, somebody's overrated high school recruit star rating, project. It's all bullshit. Go by what you see on the field. You can understand, you can have your biases, you can think this team has talent and all that, but go by what you see on the field. So to get to my point, Nebraska played an inferior game last week. Colorado played a better opponent and they outplayed them in their house. Now you got Deion going back home to Colorado, and if you don't think they're gonna make a lot of noise, if you don't think that he's gonna have them boys hyped up to ready to go, this is not gonna be your regular run-of-the-mill, we should bet it because it swung so much. That's what all the Vegas quote-unquote pros is gonna tell you. You would be dumb as shit not to take a field goal with Coach Prime and that momentum. His son can really play. So his son is actually a bet. Anything can happen. I don't think that Colorado is by no means a powerhouse. They can lose at any point in time. Hell, that game right there could have been just a lot of adrenaline in the moment. They could have caught TCU slipping. But here's something I haven't heard anybody say, because hell, half the people never watched a Jackson State football game. They're surprised by Shedeur too. They think he's a black coach. He's a black quarterback from a black school. I'm surprised he threw for 500 yards and broke the school record. He's also Deion Sanders' kid, and Deion Sanders is one of the best athletes humanity's probably ever seen. And he don't lack the talent when it comes to, he probably ain't as fast as his father, but he ain't as slow as the Cornhuskers lineman, trust me on that. So I'm put Shedeur anytime touchdown, because I think he is gonna try to Deion said it's personal, which means if he gets a chance to run it up, he might not. It's a real rivalry, and I think that if Shedeur get a chance to show off his legs this game, he will. And if he don't do it this game, I'm definitely better in the next game, because he can run. The next game is Ole Miss. Ole Miss and Tulane. Ole Miss is favored by 7 points. If you get it, if you see it 7.5 by the hook, Ole Miss should go ahead and run through Tulane, man. It might be some points scored, but fully expect Ole Miss to handle business here. I ain't gonna stay long. I'll stay long with Colorado. New Mexico State. I honestly think that the wrong team is favored in this game. Liberty had a bunch of kind of lucky plays last week, so just kind of hold your nose, take the Aggies. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. Texas Tech and Oregon. Texas Tech had a little bit of a problem last week. Oregon, they put like 80 points or something. They got Bo Nix, who's a great white hype. You know, he's Van Wilder. He's been in school for I don't know how long. But it's something about playing that night game in Lubbock, right? In Lubbock, Texas. I think that Texas Tech ends up keeping this game close. But Oregon got some dudes, man. Oregon could be a sneaky good team. I wouldn't be surprised if Oregon win the game. They could win by 2 touchdowns, but I just got a feeling Texas Tech gonna show up. So we put them on there. Terps first half money line just because, you know, Baby Yoda. Shout out to them Terps, man. We just threw them on there. It's not the most advantageous at like minus 1,400 something. So if you wanted to swap that out, I don't really love Texas A&M, but the under in that game. But I'm saying you should leave it up there. Oklahoma the money line. Here's what you could do. You could take Oklahoma and buy a couple points down. Go Oklahoma minus 14. Oklahoma should win by 2 touchdowns. Oklahoma should win by 20 points. 2 touchdowns, be safe. But I got Oklahoma just on the money line. You know, just win the game, get to the next week. That's your college football shit parlay. And that's plus 225. I mean, plus 2,550. I don't know what the hell nobody just saw. It's plus 2,550, which means you bet $100 and it hits. You come up $2,500 plus another $50 for gas. The shit parlay walking into week 1 for NFL kickoff weekend. Feeling really good about this. I got the Steelers. I got it on the money line for your viewing pleasure. But I thought the Steelers were going to win. I locked it in at 3.5 early. I got it again at 3. I think the Steelers are currently sitting at 2, maybe 2.5 that Bosa got announced in. But the Steelers will probably win this game outright. If you heard the other podcast, I said Mike Tomlin is, this is a Mike Tomlin kind of spot where he gets the troops going. It's open the weekend in Pittsburgh. Mike Shanahan started off flat, a few openers in a row. Might be a little bit of weather. They play bad in the weather with Chicago, so we'll see with that. But I think Kenny Pickett is a little bit better than the game manager. You know, I think he's a gamer. I'm interested to see, but I think George Pickens is going to really announce his presence to the league. And the 49ers secondary is a question mark to me. So you could take the Steelers on the money line if you're feeling frisky, like I'm suggesting. You could take the points. You could buy it up to a field goal. But the Steelers on the right side of that game. The Falcons should just win the game, man. I'm very interested to see what Bijan is going to do. I wanted to get him in at least one fantasy league, but I couldn't. I actually picked high in all my drafts, and I auto drafted twice. Still think I'm gonna win 2 out of 3 leagues, but I digress. But the Falcons, if you get them at 3.5, get to buy the hook, or just put them on the money line. You don't want NFC South games can be a little tricky sometimes. The Browns, same thing with the Steelers. I like the Browns when I seen the line. I like the Browns before Joe Burrow got hurt. It dropped down all the way to 1. when Joe Burrow got hurt, creep back up when he started to show back up. But Denzel Ward was dealing with an injury, and that was giving me a little pause, but he came back to practice. So I think that the Browns will look like the better team in the opening week, you know. And for what it's worth, the Browns, played Jamar Chase pretty well. I just seen something that Jamar Chase said something, but whatever, we'll see. We're going to skip over Packers, come back to it. DK over 75 receiving yards. That's plus 130 on DraftKings. And I think he has a huge day against a Jalen Ramsey-less secondary. And Geno can throw it. It's not like we're looking at Geno like he's Justin Fields. Geno can actually throw the ball, so don't let it confuse you. DK over 75 receiving yards at plus money. I don't think that's going to be like that all year long. So he's not dealing with no injuries I know of. It shouldn't be any weather that I know of. DK over 75 receiving yards is plus 130. Over 100 is like plus 300. So I take a flyer on that too. But the Chargers minus the 3. I just think it's the Chargers' year. I think the Chargers finally put it together and look like a elite team. I think the Dolphins are actually going to win the division, but I think that the Chargers have something to prove here. But this is a toss-up game to me. I can see either team winning the game. I really think it's going to go over. I'm probably going to play some Justin Herbert passing props. But the Chargers, I think, are the side. So that's why we threw them in there. It was I liked a lot of picks this week, man. It was hard doing the old shit parlay this week, which is the worst weeks because that's when nothing hits, right? But we're pretty confident this week. And then last but never least, the Packers of Green Bay. We gonna beat the fucking Bears, man. I don't know what else to tell you. Christian Watson might not play. He didn't practice again on Friday, so it might tick up. You might be able to get the Packers at maybe 2, maybe 2.5 by kickoff. Well, you wouldn't if you parlay. You could do a kickoff. You had to parlay for the first 3 games at 1:00. But Christian Watson doesn't seem like he's playing, which is fine. I still think the Packers win the game because we can run the ball. We blew them out in the trenches last year, but both games I want to say kind of moved the ball on the ground. How the Packers wanted to, so I don't think that's going to stop anything. I like Luke Musgrave to score a touchdown. I would have liked him if Christian Watson was playing or not. Luke Musgrave is going to be a matchup nightmare for a lot of teams. And in my opinion, he's been taking it easy all offseason, preseason, just kind of, he hasn't looked like he's been trying anytime he's caught the ball or I've seen the highlight. And that's a good thing. So once Jordan Love gets his timing down, his NFL timing down, knowing how his windows are going to look, I think he's going to be off and running for the season. But I definitely think he's going to be off and running come Sunday. I saw something on the screen, man, and it made me stop for a second. So those are your old shit parlays, your college football, your NFL. And if you wanted to, just kind of lean on some stuff. Like I said, I like Colorado to win the game, so you can go Shedeur anytime touchdown, Colorado money line win. Maybe if you can get Baby Yoda or Talia Tagovailoa over some. Maybe check out his passing props. He gonna be a beast, man. I like him a lot. See if anything is interesting there. But college, I'm kind of, that's not my focus. We really focus on the pros. Pickens, same game parlay with the Steelers, plus the 3. Maybe you can get 3.5 there. Pitts combined with the 3 in the Falcons game. I mentioned Njoku on the other podcast. I think he will score either this week or next. Deshaun Watson is a tight end person, and it's just the best friend. Luke Musgrave in the Green Bay game. There's going to be so many ways I'm going to put money on this Green Bay game. So, show up, fellas. The Seahawks should win that game. They should cover the spread at 5 points, but it just looked weird, so that's why I stayed away from it. I told you my risk is going to be DK plus 100 yards. That's 3 plus 300. That's a nice little return. But the plus 75 receiving yards is plus money too, so go get that. And then the Chargers are always going to be a sweat, man, but it wouldn't be gambling if it wasn't exciting at the end. So let's make some money this week, fellas, ladies, gentlemen, aliens, whoever's listening, whoever's getting down. I'm going to start putting some affiliate links, probably DraftKings, FanDuel, BetMGM, somebody, for all the people who are new, don't know what they're doing. I really want to do this betting one-on-one thing, but if you listen to this, you probably don't need no betting one-on-one, but I don't know, we'll see. I don't know why I've been so monotone, because I'm kind of just doing it, like just recording or whatever, but hopefully the video comes on in the next week or two. And the Substack, I meant to update some stuff, but we'll see how that goes. Anyway, this is the oh shit breakdown. That's not gonna work. These are your oh shit parlays for week 1, NFL, college football week 2. This is hashtag 1888EZ Money Podcast. Betting is easy podcast. Find us on Substack, 1888EZmoney.substack.com. We bought the domain, so we just gotta connect those in a second. Buy some merch. Go to thelosers.com. Find the Easy Money merch collection. Follow us on Twitter at 1888EZMoney. It's obviously YouTube. Like, follow, subscribe, fuck with us. It should be a fun season. Whoever you are a fan of, I hope y'all find some success this year, unless you're a fucking Bears fan. We out.